when someone mistreats you, yes, he or she mistreated you, but what kind of energy did you give to them? Discipline is a matter of you don't have to like what you're doing at some point, because we all start excited. The reason why sometimes we find it hard to save, to have that level of discipline is because when as soon as we receive le mali leyo, ngikhani decide ukuthi what am I going to do ngale mali leyo?
Tsintsa nenye indzaba ndoda invest emjolweni.
But at some point we have to think about that. If someone tells you that they have figured their shit out,
it's a scam. Yeah, that's why I'm saying you have figured it out. If you're gonna say, I know I haven't figured it out. Sanibonani, dumelang, likamang Sizwe, sibonga kaSigudhla mlilo longana sicalo, mlilo longana siphetho, mlilo lovutsa nguna phakade. Angihambi ngedwa namhla. Guys, this is a milestone. We have somebody who is as vast as life. If you want to know anything about anything, this is the guy to go to. You want to know about business, property, finance, starting a business, how to do it, how to do this and that online. This guy knows that. If you want to know anything about discipline, even meditation, we have a Buddha here. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, your digital hands together for a legend in the making. Blessing Mvurain! Pa 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 pa! Aye, so bona
Kamba njani mfethu?
Aye, ndoda mina I'm excited, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
I'm really excited. I've consumed the content yako as much as I can because I didn't want to sound ignorant.
Okay.
Because I feel like this episode I want to redeem myself. I want people to say, yeah,
we've learned something.
Levels. Good. I didn't want to sit down with you and then be ignorant about your content. But in the long content yako, I love mostly the word of the day because it's so small, but it in an impact. And I remember them, bruh. I do remember them. But before we get there, I want to start from the start.
Okay.
There's a video that I've watched. We posted 31 December 2019.
31 December.
Yeah, you wishing people a happy new year and all that. That's the first video you told you. There's nothing beyond that. So what
was the message?
What the message about? It's one word: knowledge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, that's my first video.
Yeah, that's the first video.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted us to start there. You're talking about knowledge, and you're talking about people actually getting jobs or opportunities, but because of lacking knowledge, then bese kuba nenkinga phakathi.
Okay.
You know, so that's where I want to start because I feel like that video knowledge
set the tone.
Yeah, it started everything. Although you were much more younger there, and I connectly articulate that.
You can see that.
Hey, you're struggling. It's not make sure. But the content, the first videos, you're struggling to articulate yourself. But it's wonderful to see the build up, you're growing. And then suddenly you're this beast. You know that you can post a 30-second video and it's a motivational video. Stick to the plan. You want to do it. And then you're just putting on your shoes. I'm like, I'm inspired, bro. Just watching you putting on your shoes and you're able to capture moments.
Yeah.
So that video, what made you to say, I want to do this? Because that's the beginning for me.
So the video there, it's one of the most video that I use every time someone asks me, would say, I want to start a YouTube channel, because like you'd have someone who'd say, I want to start a YouTube channel, grow it and all that. What are the advice that you have? I would send the video there and just say, just start. Just start. You don't have to have it all figured out, because at that time I didn't have it all figured out. At that time it was Bengsakala, like getting into the personal development space, learning new things and all that. So I think at that time it was a matter of I need to express myself. I just need an outlet to express myself. I just want to share something with people. And one thing that I had was, let me shoot something, because I was so excited about what I've learned and I didn't know it's okay. Who can I share this with? So that's what gives it momentum to where we are today.
And Lindo Leo, like it was the beginning of the journey. Uti, okay, now you are inviting people into your space.
Exactly.
You wanna grow with people.
Exactly.
There's a video also that I've watched you, like one of your early videos, bruh, and you are saying something that I've been thinking and I know,
Okay.
and it's my life, Fuji.
What was that?
The video, it is start.
Just start.
Yeah, start it. Like you have to start. You don't have to think much about it. You don't have to be mental about it. Umoshes cards. You need to start and grow as you do it. That video now, I liked it. But fast forward from those early videos, low and deal, and now you are this guy. Shama word of the day. My favorite is the one where you talk about accountability.
Okay. What do you think of that? What came into your mind when you sort of had that?
You were telling the truth, bro. Like we always focus on the other person, what the other did. We always want to look for a scapegoat. Why am I not having everything in my life going my way? Then that person is the reason. Not necessarily would say sometimes it's not the people, but what is your own contribution? Young, you look that's the one about accountability. I loved it.
Thanks, bro.
How important is accountability?
So let's say we are in a situation now, you do something to me. It's easy. You did something to me, 100%, no doubt. But one thing that we don't understand in most cases is the question of what is it that God sees to do Lendo Leo game. When someone mistreats you, yes, he or she mistreated you, but what kind of energy did you give to that? Because if you lack boundaries, people act on that. If you don't have, Sizwe, I don't like what you're doing to me.
And there's another video where you are, and I was telling you about this off camera, that your videos for meaning were associated with what they taught us at school, and with every story must have a setting. And I look at your video, I look at the background. There's this video, not this White House behind, and then you're talking about what you're just talking about now: boundaries. Learn to say no. It may make you look like a bad person, but sometimes you need to say no to certain things because I'll benefit you from them.
People vibrate where you are. If you give the energy, you allow people to just say, blessing,
Issue.
Blessing, I want us to do this. You don't do this in my life because I have those boundaries. You'd say you had one thing that I would tell you is today I have these plans.
Issue.
If you have something that you want us to do, let me know beforehand. That's why to you when you said Itolo, how about the shoot? In my mind, it was like, okay, I have these videos that I have to shoot today. I can't sacrifice my own plans because when now you have this plan, we have to do what we have to plan.
And it was short notice.
It was short
Even
notice.
Today, it was still short notice. That's why I'm grateful.
But I was chilled with that because we spoke about it. Remember what we spoke about it during the week. In my mind, I was like, there's something that I need to do with Sizwe, but he has to communicate with me. What time, location, what are we talking about?
At least to have an idea what to prepare.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about this because some other people will label you, and I've been labeled this. You're self-centered, you are arrogant, you are ignorant, you think you've figured it all out, and those are the labels that they throw at you so that you can act humble, and that's why they control you.
Facts.
Because when you're trying to be humble, you're creating that ego when you're humble. So everybody can just call you, that guy is humble. He's gonna do this and then. So I'm glad with you in that short video, few seconds, you say no. You know, so that
Simple as that.
munna kabukela le content leyo uyabona no man, if I'm feeling guilty about saying no, because we all know ukuthi sometimes we feel guilty ukuthi if mara yo yabona lo mjide bekafuna sende lento leyo funa sihambe siphume so enda in I don't want to do that. Ngifuna kuba inside the house and do
Facts.
1 2 3, which leads us to the next part. Ngifuna sithi the discipline. You're disciplined, bro. You talk about consistency, which is something that requires discipline.
Yeah.
How important is discipline to you? Because I need to learn a lot from you, especially in that part.
I think you've been doing well. I was having a conversation with Tepo. We were watching one of your videos, and I was like, I love where Sizwe is going with this because there's a lot of inconsistency. So seeing that from you also inspires me to be like, okay, even though we are not there yet, with the consistency we can get there. Discipline is a matter of you don't have to like what you're doing at some point, because we all start excited. When I started shooting content, I was so excited, but there are days where I'm like,
Gonna have a
not as hyped up. Relationships,
a lot of views.
I don't have views, exactly.
And then those things, they take the time.
Exactly.
Which is what you're addressing in that video. It's a process.
It's a process,
It's a
bro.
process.
Actually, with this, I was also having a conversation with my girlfriend in Kazela. Sometimes I don't have to feel like the love, but I have to show up for my responsibility.
Oh yeah, what you're talking about actually is open to everything that we're doing. You don't really need to have an emotional attachment to do the right thing.
True.
And that's why I think we get it lost, because most of these things, let us excite her or let him nanzi, feel like, oh my god, I'm alive. Those things, they take our energy, they take our time, they take even the money. And
Facts.
you are big on those things because
Facts.
it comes from the discipline.
Facts.
When you're disciplined, now all the other aspects of your life, segubas tundi sale discipline. You talk about finance, bruh, and you talk about a lot of things about finance, but ngifuna sikhulume about discipline.
Okay.
Spending discipline, if there's something like that. Like how important it is with umuntu kumele abe discipline when it comes to finance.
So that,
and how can you learn that actually as a person? Uphila la makasana la. Where people, they don't value money, they don't see money as part of their energy, they see money as a separate entity from themselves, and that's where we get it wrong. Money is your energy.
Thanks.
It might be 1 rand, it might be 2 rand, but it's your energy that you can send. They talk about but in Gambe, that key, Gambe, master key, right? It's a master key, the key that can open any doors.
True.
And they don't tell us the truth about it. It's money.
Thanks.
Money is not evil, money is not good, money is energy. How you use it, it's what matters. And I want us to talk about money, bro. How important is money in everything? That, because I was thinking about it yesterday, last night. Now I'm at a point whereby, okay, I know that I can create from this level.
Thanks.
But now I have to buy content.
And
it was khuluma ngayo lento katsitala uthi kimi, hey ndoda sekutamele ubhadale ukuthi i-guest igibele uve ukuthi yararebo. It's a long it's a le ndlela letala. So how important is money, bro?
I think with this advice, we need to speak from kindness, understanding the black community is not educated when it comes to financial literacy. That's why we do most of the content that we do, trying to make people understand okay, these are the things that you can do to start implementing those little things to change your financial well-being. Discipline is very important. I need that advice sometimes.
You even have but jargon. You even have the jargon.
What's that?
Financial well-being.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a matter of step by steps for you to reach that level of discipline where you know exactly what, okay, this is the stuff that I'm building and this is the level of mindset it requires me to to be able to build the stuff that we do. Because once you discipline, lack of discipline comes from you don't have a purpose for imali yako. Once you don't have a purpose, good, okay, because I'm doing content, most of my money goes to buying equipment, most of my money goes to my investments, most of my money goes to savings. That's why it's hard for me to, it's easy for me to instill that discipline. The reason why sometimes we find it hard to save, to have that level of discipline is because when as soon as we receive le mali leyo, ngikhani decide ukuthi what am I going to do ngale mali leyo? Kani, when you have that system, it becomes much easier for you to
It becomes like a habit, like
it becomes a habit, yeah.
long-term thought pattern. Angibukelile one of your videos la ukhuluma khona ukuthi when somebody gets money, stay some time nyana without using it. If ungana plan for yona, just ukuthi kufe, you know that that feeling iphume, and then you can be able to decide on the needs.
I don't spend money mina after I get my salary. Yeah, I don't do anything for the 2 to 3 days. No matter how much, no matter how much I need to buy lendole, I don't spend
you wait, go that's discipline, bro.
Yeah. So, because once you start, you wanna build more habits that you wanna build the habits that allows you to buy assets, not the habits that push you to spend.
My expenses.
Exactly. So when you just say, okay, I've just received my Lena, let me just pause. You start thinking about, okay, what is it that is important? What do I need to buy? Oh, endlini, I need to cover endlini. Oh, I need to buy this asset. Oh, I need to invest in that business. Okay. What is it that I need to spend on?
And ngombele sikhuluma nyalo mina nawe nyalo sakhuluma le tinto le. These things, the abstract. These are ideas, these are thoughts, and ngibonile ukuthi hayi man, nangwenya lena man alifunza libhuku.
Big one.
How important is that, bro, in the personality that you've become? How important is reading? Because ngiyabona mina uqala kule video leya ukhuluma knowledge. I-vocabulary yashintsha kancane kancane. This guy is growing. Now you can articulate yourself simple, bro. Tukala ma video akho lawa, but umuntu lomunye akade ukuthi it took energy, it took growth, it took books. How important is reading?
One thing that makes me excited is we started with a good context, where I started with the content journey and all that, and you even mentioned it, good say how bad I was when it comes to like exactly. So it started with just like when I buy a book, read out loud, be able to pronounce stuff and all that. I got to communicate like this because I kept on reading out loud. That's how I got to be better with reading and all that. So when it comes to like prioritizing funza, it's very important because it sort of stretch your thinking. You are able to process things in a different way. You are able to look at things, your response to problems. You are more solution oriented when you are someone who's learning, because you're always thinking, okay, fuck the excuses. What is it that I can learn? What are the solutions? What are the alternatives here? So it sort of opens lengondo yako.
No. By the way, if una khulume ibona ifuna ukuthi si address. 2024 is our 1994. The episode of today is sponsored by Nicholas Art.
Yes,
I want to say, guys, this is something beautiful that was painted by a young creative wakona like but Nicholas. He's also a musician and hopefully stobanaye for Touch It Rhythm. This is what we're pushing. I don't want to say local. On one of your videos, the idea of
small
business. You confine into the vision. You're contradicting. If vision yako you want to go big, but then you're gonna say what you are starting now it's a small thing. For how long is it gonna be small? You know, so in the mentality, you have to go big or go home. So yeah, that's why I was avoiding that local. But yeah,
it's one of
our own. Yeah, one of our own.
Yeah.
So Lendole, lesiyendako le idzinga i-energy,
Facts.
idzinga i-energy leningi kakhulu futhi. Ngibonile ukhuluma lapha nge-meditation mara hey le video idla 12 seconds.
So I think there's a bigger one. So
Angayiboni.
it was
Ngibone the one la ukhuluma khona it's awareness.
okay.
There were 3 things that you touched there. Awareness was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of them. Because you have to be aware, and also I'm losing the other ones, but awareness is the one that took like the spotlight for me. How important is spirituality in all of this?
So when we speak of meditation, at least what I've learned from meditating, it's sort of the idea of presence, being able to be here, because sometimes our thoughts can be running ucabanga a lot of things, you are doing a lot of mental process. So when you just sit down and just say, whew, most of my solutions came from that, because I started to think about, oh, actually this is what I need, this is the idea that I can come up with for the video layer, or this is how I can approach this problem. So when I look at spirituality, I look at it not from a point of religion. I look at it from a point of, there must be something bigger than me. There is something that is aligning,
higher than your
exactly
ego.
that is exactly that is aligning me. I need to,
and that's actually true spirituality.
close to the mic. Oh, close to the mic, ne?
What's happening? It's Italian. Danko.
Okay.
Look, sure, that's actually the true essence of spirituality, because spirituality wonke umuntu lo be messenger. It's like basho njalo bethi one finger is pointing to the moon. Hey, look at the moon. And then people they look at the hand and the finger, they worship that instead of the man pointing to the moon. They always look at the messenger, not the message. And when so khuluma spirituality, ukhuluma ngale the pure essence of it. With spirituality, it's actually going beyond your personality.
Facts.
Going beyond your thinking patterns, your emotions, your identities. Ma tonke letinto leti letenda ukuthi ti personality yakho. You go beyond that. And I feel like I feel like you there, bro. You Buddha. Because you can't go on the way ungakhona without a sense of spirituality.
You can't, bro. You can't. And with this, I always try to bring it back. I'm not talking about a religion. I'm talking about the faith, the belief that there must be something greater than me out there, and I need to communicate Nalendo Leo so that it aligns me with the purpose it brought me here. Because there's no way we can be able to do the things that we do. There's no way we can exist and just ignore and say, I said the pilel. There's no way. There's something out there, and that's something that I always try to, every time when I'm doing something, I say, I'm doing this. Please be part of this. Please go before me.
There is a higher intelligence behind. There is a divine hand. Things are not happening by chance. Yeah, I'm with you there.
True.
Then we disagree with the other people in the naming and calling, but as a collab. But there is a force behind every movement.
Yeah.
That's why you are there with the laws of attraction, my affirmations, repetition. There's this video where you're talking about waking up rituals. I've never had somebody talk about that, honestly. Most of us, we don't have rituals. We just wake up because we woke up.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna have my morning rituals, my morning rituals, you must also have night rituals.
Facts.
Because the day is the tail of the night, or the night is the tail of the day. Because the way you end your night is the way you start. How important is my mornings for you?
Very, bro. So when you remember the time Sikuluma about the content that we are going to do and all that, one thing that I asked you was structure. I do everything in structure. My relationship, there's a structure. My family, there's a structure.
Chaos nje ukuthi
Exactly.
kuyadingakalela
I look
your
at
plan.
everything. Yes, I look at everything from a structure perspective. What is it that I need to do? That's what I start with every day or a day before.
Is writing down those things important?
Exactly. Yeah. What is it that I need to do? I want to shoot this video. What is the structure of the video? What is it that I want to achieve on the video? You know, so even my day, it's like that. It's not, I'm not perfect. Some days I don't do it, but I cannot take away the
At least
emphasis
the
of
the plan
I know exactly. If my day don't go as planned, I know that I didn't do, there's something that I didn't do in the morning. I always go back to basics and say, okay, tomorrow I need to write down what are the things that I need to do. I have to make sure that I check my exercise. Did I sleep well? What are the things that needs to be done this week? So I know as little vigil I know what is it that needs to be done. Little vigil.
and you're also into gym.
Exactly.
So gym marathon, but how was it?
So me just to
That was your first marathon.
Yeah. So just to give you a bit of context, when I started that marathon, it was I think it was 10. So we are Hamba, then we are Boy. Yeah. So at that point, it was a matter of I need something to challenge me because I feel like what's the word? Complacent. Being in a point where you don't have the energy to do certain things. You are comfortable. Let me put it like that. I was comfortable, so I was looking for something that can take me out and challenge me. Good thing. You still have it? Do you still have it?
Yo, that's magic, bro. Nasengicabanga lento leyo like it's a reality to song, but that's magic, bro. Cause you just look at your life. What you're feeling, I'm feeling right now. I feel like it's just a repetition. I need something that will show me how powerful am I.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're spending energy. That's why for me, energy is money, bro.
What? So sorry to cut you with that. What do you think now can be something that you can say, I'm scared of that thing, but it feels like I need to do it?
Kuningi, bro. Kuningi.
Okay.
Kuningi. Starting with what we're doing now, it was something that I wanted to do, challenging myself. Let's shoot at least 2 episodes a week. We're already doing that.
Yeah.
We just have to be consistent. Let's be at least 3 episodes ahead. I know if there's rain, there's fire, there's what, we already have content before. You understand?
Yeah.
But energy training, that's why I need you now. I need to be disciplined. I need to start exercising, which I'm not doing. We all think about these things. I wanna do it, but you don't do it. And that's the most important, the doing. So I always think about it. I wanna exercise, I wanna draw off energy, but I don't do it. I need to make that time at least an hour a day.
Yeah.
Noma ngaqala 30 minutes just to build the habit because I wanna so I want those things to be corner is part of my structure. I want to structure my life. Because you don't feel like energy army, it's a chaos. Sometimes it works out for me, sometimes it doesn't work out for me. But that's the sad part because we all want, although control is impossible, but we want a sense of
I know managing
exactly energy. Okay, I wanted to go here,
Yeah.
And also I don't want people to just see me as a podcaster sitting here. I have to release music. I want to shoot music videos. This guy also is an artist. We have to release songs. We need to go out there and perform. I haven't been performing since 2020. Performing takes energy. Being in front of people, performing your music. So I want to go there. But then it's in a structure. I can't wait for somebody to manage me.
Facts.
So I have to structure it myself and also have financial goals. And that's why I need you, bro. And that's why I wanted us to have this conversation because podcast I want even other people there to get it. There was no structure. I just knew I need this guy.
Okay.
Whatever we're gonna talk about is just gonna be the beginning of our relationship. Because I know this guy in future is gonna be crucial in my vision. Or the vision, I don't think it's my vision, but it's the vision.
It's bigger than you.
It's bigger than me. That's why I want to take away my ego. It's mine. somebody else can sit here and then they can have a dope conversation with you. Doesn't have to be about my ego. So ngiyabona ukuthi no, this guy unayo le energy. And that's where collaboration is important, because you can share the energy. That's why I'm saying this is magic, bro. This is magic, what we're doing. And I'm glad you respected us. You came through. It was short notice. And we're going to have the dopest episode ever.
And I really appreciate it, man. Being able, this is my first podcast actually. So it's really a dope experience, just being here, learning, and just observing you. You saw me asking out how he was able to set up the audio. I'm learning something already before you even shoot. So
in future,
really,
in future, hey, call look down in future. I want to be a guest, bruh. Most definitely. If you don't make me the first guest, I won't hate you for that. But at least the first 5, bruh. I want to be the first 5. I want to sit down. Even at that feeling, I sat down with this guy. We talked about this.
Yeah.
And then now it's the future. It makes sense to somebody. Now the algorithm is doing like this.
Flexing.
Yeah. We're all making money. We all tapping into the numbers. So yeah, that's the future of Mpumalanga, which is collaborate. And I'm glad that you showed up. Another part of your many things that you do. Finance and teaching people online how the digital space work. I want us to talk about that for a minute, like digital marketing. What is digital marketing?
Okay, so let's break it down. I want to explain digital marketing to a 10-year-old in a way that a 10-year-old can explain it. So we have, you see, when you're driving down there, you'll see like billboards, you'll see like KFC, you'll see like Coca-Cola and all those, but in a physical space, right? Digital space, it's the same thing, but now taken to digital space. So it's marketing, but in the digital space. So the same billboards, the posters, the infographics, but now in the digital space. So if now it's in the digital space, there's new rules from different rules from the physical side. What are the things that matters or digital in the digital space? Websites, SEO optimization, so that when you post something, someone is able to find Lendole. Videos, newsletters, emails, and all that. That's what makes the digital space. What makes the physical space? It's roads, billboards, physical billboards, right? You see those screens, Mount Lula, Ayadlala, NetBank, Standard Bank, and all that. So it's sort of the same thing, but different environment.
I get it too. Clear. And then while we're in the digital space, people want to make money there, bro.
Thanks.
We have moved into that space where it's email, say online, digital. I'm going to break it down for my cryptocurrency. I'm like, oh, I don't get it. My blockchain. Can you please just touch there? What's cryptocurrency? And
so I think it's the same concept. Just to simplify it, it's the same concept. We have physical currency, then we have digital currency. We have cryptocurrency. It's a digital currency. Same rules, sort of like same value, but same concept of value, but different environment. So we have like physical cash, we have digital cash. So digital cash, what is it that we have? We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Dogecoins. What do we have in the physical space? We have 10 Rand, we have 100 Rand, we have coins, we have nodes. So it's the same concept of things that were once in the physical space are now in the digital space.
And how do people make money, bruh, like from all of this?
So crypto is, there's one way, at least that I know, people made a lot of money from. It's you buying something with the hope that it increase in value. Then when it increase, you sell it.
Basically, it's a long-term investment. You don't make money quickly.
Yeah, it's a long-term investment, but it's not yet an investment because it's very I don't know if I should call it
Risky.
investment. It's very risky. Yeah, there's not.
No, I'm glad you're being honest about it because people just lie about these things. Like,
Yeah.
there's money, put money now, get money out. I'm glad that you're being honest about it.
Yeah, it's not something that I can say 100% is an investment.
Then what is an investment?
So an investment, I would say, it's something that you can buy today that can increase in value.
You're cooler for the future.
The problem about the word investment, when I say investment to a lot of people, it sounds, when I say that, one thing that came into a lot of people's mind, it's like a graph, it's like forex and all that. But what it means is just being able to, there's an investment.
True.
Exactly. So investment is anything.
Even what we're doing here, it's an investment.
It's an investment because later there's a return on investment,
Yes.
and it will increase in value. There's a high chance that this might pop and it pays off.
There's a high chance tomorrow you're gonna be the most successful YouTuber, and then my views are
because of the video that I shot 2 years ago and all that. So it's anything le out there or that you buy today with hope that it will increase in value. So the more what we do with this studio is we keep on buying equipment, but we are not getting anything. Right now on YouTube, we are not making anything, but we keep doing what? We keep buying new equipment, new lightings just for our video to be better. But next time, you never know. The same equipment that we bought today might buy us another equipment. The same videos that we shot today might buy us another equipment, which means imali ngeke come from our own pockets. It will come from the things that we've done 2 years back. So it's anything. Stocks, shares, it's the same thing. I buy my shares as a ShopRite today with hope that they increase in value next year. They do increase in value. I get dividends. If I sell them, I get things like capital gains and all that. So basically anything that pays you later. Just to summarize.
Relationships, can they also be a form of investment?
Yeah, they are. If I teach, I'm happy you brought that. If I have my girlfriend now, I say, baby, I want to pay for your studies.
Sure.
Ne? Study for 3 years. After 3 years, mina le mali benginayo or the work that I had, uthi ngimfundzise kuphele lo msebenzi loyo. Who's going to guess who's going to pay for the food at home?
Yeah, if she's loyal.
If she's
there's always that risk element.
There's a bit of risk.
Yeah, there's always that risk element in everything actually, not just let's born a relation.
Yeah.
Oh, I watch invest emjolweni.
But at some point we have to think about that.
Actually, we were talking about logo of camera, which means I'm a believer in structure in relationships. I don't believe in buffetism, guys. Excuse my French. I don't believe in buffetism. I believe we are not born that way. Although people say, animals, they sleep around, so no, we are not animals, bro. We are not. That's why I acknowledge guilt element. Now say element.
Facts.
I believe good one person at a time, give them a chance, see what you're then you heal from logo and then you start moving into another space. Because what I've seen in my relationships is that I'm the right person sometimes to the wrong person.
Oh my God.
And then sometimes I'm the wrong person to the right person. I don't meet the people at the right time. But see, when I'm right, now I don't right.
Do you think there's something like that?
Yeah, there is. I do think there is, bro, because timing, like the timing, I'm gonna meet him don't right for when, but when you're coming out from a bad relationship, was a toxic, your ability to love hindered, even no matter how much you want to try to love that person,
you need to heal.
I
think it's one of the most things that we underrate, making time to do that,
just to heal.
Yeah.
And that's where you are when in terms of throwing out that energy of exercise, throwing out that energy, or transforming it because although I don't read much these days, and it's something that I'm not proud of, because I'm not reading that much.
Same here.
But I consume a lot of content in the form of my podcast. I watch a lot of podcasts to replace this little. That's why I was telling you, hey man, I don't like my like content, exchanging phones and whatnot. I don't like it, bro, because I don't feel like I get anything outside of it. It's just entertainment, and it's a waste of time. But I'm not saying people shouldn't consume it.
We need entertainment.
Yeah,
Once in a while.
not the entertainment where in reality there's already couples fighting and then you're gonna portray violence. Kids are gonna be watching these things, but they think it's cute to fight. You understand?
You've mentioned consequences earlier.
Consequences. We were talking about consequences, which I feel like I need a little bit of you because I feel like when you are able to confine your energy to yourself. Is that something that has always been there, bro? I don't believe it.
Nah.
But from childhood value, this guy, you have it figured out, bro.
Nah. Even now, I don't. If someone tells you that they figure it out, they are lying.
You figured out for real. You haven't figured it out.
If someone tells you that they have figured their shit out,
it's a scam. Yeah, that's why I'm saying you have figured it out. If you're gonna say, I know I haven't figured it out. I'm still growing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm at that point. But just to give you a little bit of background, like when I got like around 18, I had to sit down, buy books, learn. The first book that I read on how to sort of like be someone who's able to communicate with you for like be able to blend in socially. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. So it's one of those things that I saw in myself. If I'm saying that I need to go in business one day or do anything socially, I have to learn how to communicate with people. I have to learn how to articulate myself and all that. So I was not always someone who's able to communicate.
But the discipline, have you always been disciplined?
Yeah, there was a little bit of it. That level of, okay, I need to work for this because the first shoe that I bought for like labeled shoe, I bought it for myself. I don't remember my mother buying like All Star or all that. So that level of I need to work for my own things. Yeah, bit of it come from there.
Or you figured it out from a very young age, which you need to depend on yourself. And you're talking about your mother. I'm born at a band of video there. Oh, she's dope, bro. Content.
My mother don't understand. What I love about her is,
hey, I cracked up.
One privilege that I think that I have is having a mother who don't understand most of the things that I do.
But she's supporting you, bro. Because you are vlogging, and I'm thinking this thing can be really uncomfortable if people don't really get it. But family is supporting you, bro.
That's the mother that I have, bro.
She's not understanding it, but she's supporting you.
Exactly.
And how important is the support from family?
Very, bro. Very. Just being in a space where people don't get what you're doing, but they know that it makes you happy.
They trust you, actually.
They trust you. Yeah, they trust you. Good see. He's doing something meaningful, even though I don't know what is. Because sometimes I'll break it down for her.
There's gonna be results here.
Exactly. Especially when so I would tell her that, okay, mama, I have this project that I have to work on. Maybe like it's a video editing project. I would tell her that I need to submit this project. Maybe let's cut less. Or I'm editing a video. She'll be like, maybe I don't get it because what video editing is. But just do your thing. I won't disturb you or anything. I'll cook, even if in a little long. So it's just give you the confidence that I got this.
And you're good with my vlogs, bro, because I was watching how like traveling my provinces law traveling so far.
So far, thanks to Sunshine Cinema for that. Actually, when I got to Sunshine Cinema is one of the South African organizations that are in the film space in terms of bringing impact and all that. So they are the one that really afforded me some of the places that I was able to go to. I went to Joburg. I went to KZN, Durban, Cape Town. Yeah. So actually, some of the cohort that I was part of went to Berlin. How crazy is
How
that?
do you get there, Brian, to acting? Because
I'm not into acting. So it was a gig.
Yeah, but
That one.
filming,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
filming.
So it was so it started everything that we are doing today started with the YouTube channel. Honestly, most of the opportunities that I have, even Sunshine Cinema, even where I am today with doing the shooting, editing, and all that. Because now we've started part-time video editing for like people and all that. Eh, it started with Jerome just liking the stuff that I do. I got the reference from Mthokozisi's Choice, one of the someone that I regard as a mentor, who recommended that check out this kid. Maybe like he has something that you're looking for. Then Jerome hit me up and said, we have this gig. Can you please assist with shoots and all that? Then I went there. It was a new experience, whole new experience. Didn't know how to go about shooting and all that. He showed me everything. We spent like 2 days shooting. We shot like 20 something episode. Like it went crazy. So we did that. Then I got back. I started doing even more because what he liked was at that time I was doing like short films and all that. But in my mind I was like, I'm just doing vlogging. But to him it was
Yeah,
like, bruh, this is
you
it.
must
This is
continue
it.
vlogging, bro.
Yeah.
Like to vlog, it takes a skill, bro.
It just take a lot of time, bruh, because we have to travel like spy. We have to like shoot stadiums and all that. So with me just sitting, I feel like now it's one of the most convenient thing because I'm working 9 to 5. It really requires a lot of from you.
Oh yeah, you are working, bro.
I'm working, bro.
And then you're still able to create the content.
Structure.
Now I feel better about myself because
Structure.
I'm not working, but I content in creating and I
A
feel like
structure, bro.
I can actually do a lot, bro. I
Structure.
feel like I can actually do a lot, but yeah, that's why I need you to guide me through into growing into discipline, bro. I wanna end.
These things start with it's not an easy thing because remember we are speaking to human beings. You are a human being, I'm a human being. Some days it's going to be Gobana these days where even like you have your discipline instilled. Gobana those days where you're not able to do those things. You have to be kinder to yourself and say, yo, today I was not able to do this, but it doesn't mean I'm a bad person or I'm not doing anything. It's just like look at it as like it's one of those
I
days.
get that, but also it shouldn't be an excuse because
It's a different thing. It's a different thing. Yeah.
and you talked about it. You touched it on with Lentfo. With Tsintsa, I finally confronted myself. That video where you're confronting yourself, you're telling yourself a lot of crap there. Hey, that we are talking about, but it's a lot of sense. What's saying that when you are always procrastinating, when you are a perfectionist, the moment is always not perfect. You always wanna fine tune this and that, and then skati siyahamba, skati siyasikusupport, skati sithi do it now. If this thing nyalo awukhoni ukuthi ibe perfect, put it that way. Then you will grow. And I feel like a lot of people a lot of people feel like, oh, what I'm putting out is mediocre. I can do better. Yes, you can do better. But if the resources they allow you the freedom to only do that, you are confined. Do it. Then the people who have a vision, who have the eye, can tell. You see, they're like, okay, this is actually dope. This guy, if now we can take him higher, or painter somewhere else, we know that
he can do
when
better.
Such that simple lapu, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Show us what you can do with the little resources. But in Gambe,
what do you have?
and I've heard you say that thing, bro, because I've realized that this guy is reading. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen, something like that. I'm like, hey, this guy is dope, bruh. It's one of those the way you're up on it's like one of those quotes like, but then do what you can with what you have, where you are. But then you don't act, you cannot act yesterday, it's in the past. You cannot act tomorrow, it's the future. You can only act here and now. Which we were talking about the present, the present, which is the gift of life. And people are taking it for granted. The present moment where we're creating this. And the presence, I think it's empty there. And you talked about it. the isolation. How important is it, bro?
So there's stuff that your vision, the vision that you have, I don't have to get it. I don't owe you that. So a lot of us, we try to fight land. Sometimes you have to do stuff alone.
Alone in darkness, bro.
You have to go through that process, bro. Not everyone will understand the vision you have, and it's okay. That's what we
To
don't get.
lose friends.
It's okay to be a point layer
Lose
where
people in the picture.
exactly. It's a matter of not cutting people off. It's a matter of I need to focus on this
That's
for myself.
the video le. Le video la bambe kona plastic le mcheka sana lapha ngiyakubona. Tell yakushuta, hey, smooth word of the day, and you talk about, hey guys, you don't have to do the things like tena nebangani bakho back in high school or whenever you guys were connecting over something. It's actually like life allow it to grow,
Embrace
and
it as
outgrow
it
each
comes,
other. So
it's okay.
logo, I feel like a lot of people don't get it, bro.
Yeah, we try to hold on to my relationship that died 10 years ago.
In a coma, bro. Relationships are in a coma.
That's the problem. We try to force it.
We hope it's yeah. And which we were talking about also when we were talking about my relationship. The only thing that I'm scared of when it comes to marriage, then it becomes a prison.
Oh my God.
Then I'm no longer happy. Then she's no longer happy. Now it's just the kids keeping us together and the family members and the status. But we don't like each other, bro.
We don't like it. We just like the idea of people saying, they have it all figured together.
That image.
Yeah.
Oh, So guys, allow yourself to grow. Let other people fly now. When I want to go to back, guys, we are all at the end of the day gonna die and leave everything that has to do with this world. So don't procrastinate. Don't put your dreams on hold. Don't put your vision on hold just because you're trying to please people. They are not fitting in like the plan. That's the thing that we're trying to bring everybody along. We're trying to be loyal to the wrong people. And the energy layer, relationships. There are people who really need your energy.
Facts.
There is a kid there who's waiting for you to hear them out or see them out. I understand. And then when you're wasting that energy on old relationships, which you talked about, it's a vibration, it's a frequency. The reason why we're sitting here together is because we are vibrating at the same frequency.
Facts.
We're not gonna be sitting here if we're not vibrating same frequency. Understand?
Yeah.
That's life. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing happens by chance, guys. If you're having problems, just change the frequency. And we do it through thoughts, right? So do you have mantras? Daily mantras?
No, but I have a good relationship with myself.
So you don't do affirmations?
Yeah, I don't do.
But you always do a video.
I don't really like have daily things that I do, but I have conversations that I have with myself. Conversations like, what are we doing today? When we had a conversation with someone, with that person, I think there was an ego. Involved. You need to change that. When you were with Taylor, when you were with whoever, this is what you did. I think you can do better. Those are the little conversations.
So you always reflect on
exactly. When there's doubt, when we just about to shoot, there's this thing of you can do this, you've practiced to do this, you've written the scripts and all that.
I'm feeling like, bro, when you're living in another life, bro.
It's a matter of choosing yourself every day.
Hey, but it's dope, man. And that's the thing, like, it's on the platform, like, because I want different people from different walks of life with different stories to tell. Then slowly pass something.
Yeah.
Because you can only grow faster foods when you are starting to reach out to Bandulo Babona. This guy is doing something unique.
Yeah.
Again, and I need that person into my life because they can help me grow.
Thanks.
So with the filming experience that you had shooting a movie, did that change the quality of the videos and your editing because your editing skills are sick, bro. You can
it,
sit with yourself and have a conversation. You need to teach me how to do that, bro.
it's not really like sitting down. It's a matter of let's say maybe.
But you are sitting down there. That's the illusion that you're
So
saying to the public. You're talking to yourself.
So let's say maybe.
And you're pissing yourself off. There are certain things that you're saying to yourself.
I don't like this. I can do better.
This guy is angry at himself.
Exactly.
He's like, but he knows he's the one where this guy can act. He knows he's the one who's saying it on the other end, but he's acting this side. Don't say it. Like, how do you do that, bro? Like the editing and all that.
So now it's ma aspiring filmmakers. Just ma aspiring content creators. So right, I started with Inshot. It's very basic. If you want to go into filming, if you want to go into like
I'm also using Inshot.
The space. But how like as I've reached a point where I was like, I feel like I've maxed out Inshot. What is it that I can tap into? Then there was CapCut.
What I love I'm also using CapCut now,
yeah. What I love
because for lamalo no faka lamagama
subtitles, they're nice. One thing about Inshot is it can be a bit limited. Actually, the apps. There's a point where
you need to buy access there on Inshot, right?
I was using the paid. The paid. Yeah, but so there's a point that you will reach where you like. I think there must be something.
The vision that you have and the content that you want to create requires another
app or software. Actually, now I wanted to tap into Adobe, but it doesn't support my PC, so I have to get a bigger PC for me.
Adobe is the future. Even this guy is dreaming of Adobe.
Yeah.
But now we're using what's that again? Filmora. Yeah, Filmora.
So I can do Filmora.
Filmora.
So I can do my.
They need to pay me for an ad.
So if you're listening, so Filmora, I can do the audio with the Filmora most. Okay.
Yeah, Filmora is dope too. Because I'm coming from Adobe. I'm like, I film up and down here. Filmora. So I mean, I feel like, dude, this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. And I'm glad you showed up because, hey, I was never say this guy. I even tried to consume as much content, but I feel like, man, we've touched everything that I wanted us to chop, and saying about the future in the relationship. And I'm not the only person who's gonna learn a lot from Wena. And our audience also is going to learn from Wena. But what I'm interested in, man, I don't know if you're going to be comfortable to answer this before Sivad. There's a video where you talk about drugs. What were you saying on that video?
Which one?
I think the one where you took the one you're coming from a binary negative place.
Negative is a big one. I don't think I can use that word today.
No. But then,
wow,
you use that
negative. You grow. That's why I've learned how to
use words.
No, kindness, very important. Kindness, not only to yourself.
Okay, but to others. Kindness. What does it mean for you?
So
to be kind?
it's just understanding that you haven't figured things out, because sometimes it's easy to read books, go through podcasts, listen and all that, and think that other people are not doing anything just because maybe you have figured it out. It's just I'm always coming from a point of
it's humility, right?
We are all so I need to be kind to you and also be kind to myself on days where I'm like, I need to beat myself up, So it's
victimhood. Also, you talk about that
victimhood, bruh. Victimhood. You mentioned making my excuses. So there's a difference between being kind to yourself and just making my excuses. When you're kind to yourself, it's you doing something, not work out. It's you trying something, not work out, and you don't beat yourself up for that. Then victimhood, it's like I'm done. What are you responsible of there? What is your take there? If we can say Sizwe is wrong in this situation, if we can say, are we good?
Now we're good, bro.
Yeah, if we can say, okay, what is your take on that? If your first response is "Aiba wrong laba, they shouldn't have done that," it sounds reasonable, but the real question still stands. What is your responsibility in that?
I'm not. Unfortunately, everything is limited to time. You know, yongindi nesicalo, yongindi nesiphetho, and this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. With Blessing, Mvurain. Mvurain is your surname.
I am Nisi, so it's Mvuleni and Rain.
Oh, Rain. Yeah, we chopped it with the Rain King. Elkamang Sizwe Sigudhla, mlilolonga nesicalo, mlilolonga nesiphetho, mlilolonga and today I'm coming serious today. Drop my knowledge. Knowledge left right from center.
Thank you for having me, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your audience.
Looking forward to
Really
podcast yako. Looking forward to your podcast.
So for us, as I've told you, that for us to reach to do the podcast and all that, please tell your audience to
subscribe. Blessing Mvurain on YouTube, guys. We're gonna put it on the subscription lapa ku description link to channel yakhe.
Let's get it to
Jango, chaza ngitsini, siyabonga, sithatshiti. Ifale.